The quest for religious freedom, founding of the United States, and the pursuit of liberty. Introduction. The establishment of the United States of America was driven by various factors, including economic opportunity, political autonomy, and religious freedom. Among the earliest settlers in the American colonies were individuals seeking to escape religious persecution and to practice their faith without fear of reprisal. This report explores the motivations behind the colonization of America, particularly the quest for religious freedom, and examines the diverse religious landscape that emerged in the New World, encompassing practices ranging from Baalism and paganism to Judaism, Jewish mysticism, Islam, Islamic mysticism, and ancient Egyptian religions. Colonization of America. The colonization of America began in the early 17th century, driven by European nations seeking to expand their empires and exploit the resources of the New World. However, alongside economic motives, many settlers were drawn to America by the promise of religious liberty, which was often denied to them in their homelands. Groups such as the Pilgrims and Puritans sought refuge from religious persecution in Europe and envisioned America as a haven where they could practice their faith freely. Quest for religious freedom. The quest for religious freedom was a central tenet of the founding principles of the United States. The First Amendment to the U.S. Constitution guarantees the right to freedom of religion, prohibiting the government from establishing a state religion or interfering with individuals' exercise of their religious beliefs. This commitment to religious liberty reflects the nation's diverse religious heritage and the recognition of the importance of individual conscience and spiritual autonomy. Diverse religious landscape. The religious landscape of America is characterized by its diversity, encompassing a wide range of faith traditions and spiritual practices. From Baalism and paganism to Judaism, Jewish mysticism, Kabbalah, Islam, Islamic mysticism, Sufism, and ancient Egyptian religions, the United States is home to followers of numerous religious traditions, each with its own beliefs, rituals, and spiritual teachings. This diversity is celebrated as a reflection of the nation's commitment to religious pluralism and tolerance. Witchcraft, Satanism, and occult practices. In addition to more traditional religious traditions, America also embraces non-traditional or minority religions, including witchcraft, Satanism, and various occult practices. Wicca, a modern pagan religion that honors nature and incorporates elements of witchcraft, has gained recognition as a legitimate religious practice in many parts of the country. Similarly, theistic Satanism, which views Satan as a symbol of individualism and rebellion against religious orthodoxy, is protected under the First Amendment's guarantee of religious freedom. Christian mysticism and other spiritual movements. Christian mysticism, with its emphasis on cultivating a direct, personal experience of the divine, has found expression in various Christian denominations and spiritual movements throughout American history. Practices such as contemplative prayer, meditation, and ecstatic worship are embraced by individuals seeking spiritual enlightenment and union with God. Alongside Christian mysticism, other spiritual traditions, including New Age beliefs, indigenous spiritual practices, and alternative healing modalities, contribute to the rich tapestry of religious diversity in America. Representation in government. Despite the religious diversity present in American society, representation of these beliefs in government remains predominantly Christian. Christian traditions and values often inform public policy and political discourse, leading some to question the extent to which non-Christian voices are represented and heard in the corridors of power. While the Constitution guarantees freedom of religion and prohibits religious tests for holding public office, the dominance of Christian perspectives in government raises concerns about inclusivity and equal representation for all faith traditions. Conclusion. The founding of the United States was driven in part by the quest for religious freedom, as individuals sought refuge from persecution and oppression in Europe and established a new society where they could worship according to their conscience. Today, America remains a beacon of religious liberty, offering individuals the freedom to practice their faith, whether traditional or non-traditional, without fear of persecution. The embrace of diverse religious traditions, from ancient pagan beliefs to modern mystical movements, reflects the nation's commitment to upholding the principles of religious pluralism and individual autonomy in matters of faith. However, The question of representation in government and public discourse highlights ongoing challenges in ensuring that all voices are heard and respected in the public square.